Plant twins. The twin Alranes. Plant twins. The pair of Alranes. While talking to Arum, you learn that Ruti is wild but dutiful. But she would like for Priestess to have some rest, and she hates the insect tribe. While talking to Rudy, you learn that Arum is ruthless. She's not sure if she is an Alrane or a Dryad. And she feels bad for the Hornet Girl's lack of emotions. Their trait is Plant Pals. Normal attacks hit twice, can always use plant skills, dealing double damage to bound foes and executing twice, but having increased SP cost. So, never underestimate skills that execute twice, so we'll put them at B. I would just like for plant skills overall be a little stronger. They're great against non-boss enemies, but against boss enemies they don't really do a whole lot. As for their play events, they sunbathe, they use the floral aroma skill, they fall asleep, they get vegetables, and they plant strange seeds. So that's 2 positives with 1 negative, so we'll put it at B. As for story interaction, they don't have much, so see. We don't have anyone they talked to in the Pocket Castle yet. This place is boring! Hey, take me outside! As for me, I enjoy this place. The overflowing greenery eases my heart. As for presents, they like fruits, vegetables, meat, and sweets. They dislike bread and rice. Interesting reactions include sukiyaki. I don't know what this tastes like, but it's full of nutrients. Gian stew. What is that? Wedding cake. A huge cake full of sugar. Parfait. A parfait! I can feel myself growing. Beer. Alcohol is too much for us. Any of the grilled items. There aren't enough nutrients to absorb from this. Poison mushroom. Chomp chomp. Beetle. I'm going to thoroughly suck the nutrients out of it. And last but not least, the Chipapa. These have been multiplying lately. All plants. The group of plant girls. When talking to Vor, you learn that Shroom is a kind pacifist. The Queen Alrani is kind but looked down upon. Carnivorous plants don't get along well with others. And she'll eat vegetables with her upper mouth. When talking to Parasol, you learn that Vor wants to eat her umbrella. She is friends with Shroom. Slugs want to eat her umbrella. She is jealous of Cactus Girl's sun tolerance. And she doesn't get along well with Prison. When talking to Prison, you learn that she thinks Parasol is scary, that Shroom is a good girl, she is friends with the Rafflesia Girl, and she hates insects. And while talking to Shroom, you learn that she likes Parasol, she likes peace. Their trait is Plant Group. Normal attacks hit 4 random foes. They can always use plant skills, executing thrice by having double SP cost. So skills that execute 3 times are very nice. But being plant skills, they're not that powerful, so even though it's 3 times, we'll still keep it at B. For their play events, they'll sing, which does nothing. They'll look after each other. They'll scheme to spread their spores. They give poisonous mushrooms, and they plant strange seeds. All that amounts to a minor positive, so B. As for story interaction, they don't have much, so C. In the Pocket Castle, they interact with Widow. Ara, my mushroom friends are here too. Please treat me well. Thanks. Your mushrooms, yet you're cheerful people. I've become damp. They also interact with plant twins. Ah, all my brethren are here. It is rare for all of us to be together like this. All of us traveling to save the world is interesting. It's much more enjoyable than warring against the insect tribe. The outside world is also fun. There are various kinds of mushrooms growing everywhere. I won't lose to the insect tribe. We're gonna make the world peaceful. I get to eat delicious things while we're at it. Everyone's having fun. As for presents, they like fruits, vegetables, meat, and sweets, and they dislike bread and rice. Interesting reactions include apple. I'll take the fruit. The shiitake mushroom. Mushroom, mushroom. Fish. I love meat. Onko. Sugar, I'll absorb it. Kids meal treating us like a fool. Ghee and stew. We're all going to die. Baked potato. Potato, potato. Wedding cake. It takes a long time to absorb all the sugar when it's this big. Parfait. Parfait is so delicious. Beer. We're not allowed to drink alcohol. And the grilled items. We don't want this. Cicada shell. Give me a live one. Fish bones. There's nothing left but bones. Poison mushroom. Skull. This don't taste good. Beetle. Looks delicious. And last but not least, the chipapa. Looks delicious. Ah, and ran away. Dorothy, the sun-dew ironic girl. While talking to her, you learn that Dina is cool and collected. Raphia is stubborn. She is the youngest of the 3 sisters. They are able to survive on water and sunlight, and that Raphia and Dina often fight. Her trait is supportive younger sister. She has innate digestion strike, 30%. Can always use white magic, thievery, and plant skills. White magic have reduced MP cost. Curative white magic imparts dexterity up. Plant skills deal double damage to partially digested foes, which does nothing because then you could just bore them. And 15% to all stats if Raphia or Dina is in the main party. So, the innate digestion strike's pretty nice. Although really, with Alrana, your best bet is to put everyone into a trance. And again, the extra damage to the digested foes is useless. So, all in all, we'll keep it at C. It's not terribly good. Her play events are, she complains that she wants to eat people. She sunbathes. She runs away but quickly returns. She gives an item, and she uses the digestive slime skill. So that's a slight positive, so we gotta put a B. As her story interaction, she has a little, seeing as she actually appears in the main story, but she doesn't do much in it. So we'll keep her at C. Well, actually, you know what? Appearing at all is better than most of the other girls, so B. In the Pocket Castle, she talks to Urara. Ew, you're a plant, yet you melt your prey, right? You're also a yokai that melts people, aren't you? Don't you find yourself alienated from your brethren? Yeah, I've been avoided somewhat. Doesn't it seem we get along well? I suppose we can be friends. As for her presents, she dislikes fruits, vegetables, bread, and rice, but she likes meat and sweets. Interesting reactions include Anko. For me, sugar is the best nutrition. Flour. Do you think this kind of powder is nutritious? Bread. Do you think a carnivorous plant would eat bread? Kids meal. Could you not make fun of me? Fried egg. Human food isn't so bad. Again, stew. That'll destroy my body. Odin. There's a lot in here. I'll quickly swallow it whole. Soba. I'm not interested in this kind of food. Wedding cake. Marriage has nothing to do with it. It's just delicious. Parfait. How nice. It's great. Cola. I like cola. It's exciting. Coffee. It tastes disgusting. Beer. Alcohol isn't good for you. Cicada shell. I don't eat the shells. Poison mushroom. Mushroom. skull. I don't hate bones, but... Beetle. Well, I'll take it as a snack. And last but not least, the Chipapa. It looks delicious, but it got away so quickly. Raffia, the pitcher plant Aurane. While talking to her, you learn that Dorothy is temperamental but cute. Deanna lacks passion. She likes to watch prey melt inside of her pitcher. And she often fights with Deanna. Her trait is middle sister. She has innate digestion strike, 30%. Can always use plant and slime skills that deal double damage to partially digested or trans foes. Again, useless because you can just war them at that point. Has 66% SP cost. And plus 15% stats infliction rate. And plus 15% stats to all stats of Dorothy or Deanna's in the main party. So again, basically the same thing as the previous sister. So we'll put it at C. For her play event, she uses the Sweet Aroma skill. She giggles. She breathes in her own scent and becomes... She breathes in her own scent and suffers from ecstasy. She gives an item, and she uses the Digestive Slime skill. So that's 2 positives with 1 negative, so B. As her story interaction, just like her sister, we'll have to give her a B. In the Pocket Castle, she talks to Kazura. Raffia! You're very famous in the pitcher plant industry. I'm very honored. What is that industry? The monthly Nepenthes rates your popularity as top class. I admire you too. Monthly Nepenthes? What periodical is that? She also interacts with Dorothy. Raffia. Has any prey gotten inside your pitcher? Hey, don't look inside my pitcher. If you want prey, catch it yourself. But Raffia, you're always soaking high-quality prey. Couldn't you share just a little with your adorable younger sister? It can't be helped. Here, I'll share the meat of this wild boar. As her present, she dislikes fruits, vegetables, bread, and rice, and likes meat and sweets. Interesting reactions include rice. There's no joy in melting rice. Kids' meal. Are you making fun of me? Sukiyaki. There's no greater joy than melting flesh. Gin stew. I'll be the one who melts. Mapo tofu. Spicy foods are poisonous to me. Wedding cake. Such a big cake. It'll take a long time to melt it. Parfait. I love parfaits. Any of the grilled items? In its own way, it's worth melting. Poison mushroom. This is Beetle. Dissolving insects is a lot of fun. And last but not least, the Chipapa. A wind spirit, is it? Let's dissolve it. It ran away. Deanna, the Venus flytrap Alrame. While talking to her, you learn that Dorothy is unreliable and tastes bad. Raffia is cruel and hateful but delicious. She doesn't think that Quetzalcoatl and Tezcatlipoca will ever stop fighting. And she once had a brother, which she ate. Her trait is offensive eldest sister. She has innate digestion strike 30%, can always equip flails, can always use flail and plant skills. Flail skills deal 30% extra damage and use dexterity instead of attack. Flail and plant skills deal double damage to partially digested foes, again useless. And has 15% to all stats of Dorothy or Raffia is in the main party. Alright, using dexterity in place of attack is quite nice considering plants have higher dexterity. But still, it doesn't synergize very well, and again, double damage to digested foes is useless. So, into C it goes. For a play event, she gets bored. She complains about her younger sister's savagery. She quietly cheers. She gives an item and she uses the digestive slime skill. So that's a slight positive, so B. As for story interaction, just like her sisters, B. In the Pocket Castle, she interacts with Dorothy. Deanna, I'm hungry. They are mercenaries. If you're hungry, eat some enemies. I'm hungry. Damn it, it's no use. Here, some spending money. She also interacts with Raffia. Ah, older sister. How's our financial situation these days? It's not very good. In essence, it feels like we're working for free. In that case, let's search for a new employer. If you're looking for 3 meals a day with naps and a castle with private quarters, that's not easy to find. As for presents, she dislikes fruits, vegetables, bread, and rice, and she likes meat and sweets. Interesting reaction include milk. What a savage taste. Bread. Bread is just human food. Kids meal. I won't tolerate insults. Sukiyaki. This has a great taste. Croquette. This dish is quite interesting. Broiled fish. The charring makes it so much more flavorful. Sashimi. Raw is best. Yakitori. What is this sweet sauce called? Roast chicken. Fine meat. I'm happy. Gian stew. My body will rot. Odin. That's pretty interesting. Baked potato. What vile food. I don't want it. Wedding cake. That's pretty big. I'll share it with my sisters. Parfait. Lovely. Coffee. This black drink. It's creepy. Any of the grilled items. This isn't bad either. Poison mushroom. Oh, this is... Skull. I'm not interested in bones. Beetle. I'll melt it down in my spare time. And last but not least, the Chipapa. What does wind spirit taste like? Escaped. Priestess, the leader of Plansect Village. While talking to her, you learn that she is fighting for her brethren. She has to prune her chair. She is overstressed and overworked. And she is upset that the kind Alrane have turned to violence. Her trait is Soothing Whip. Can always use Whip, White Magic, and plant skills. Whip skills deal 30% extra damage, double the poison, confused, or paralyzed foes, and have reduced SP cost. White Magic has reduced MP cost. Not bad, but nothing too impressive, so C. For a play event, she curses the Cannon Sisters with a straw doll. She giggles. She has allergies and becomes paralyzed. She gives an item, and she uses the flower fragrance skill. So that's one positive with one negative, so C. As for story interaction, she has a fair bit. Yeah, we'll go ahead and put her at A, why not? She's on the lower end of A, but it's either low A or high B for her. In the Pocket Castle, she interacts with Flora. Are you tired, Priestess? Yes, I'm still a little anxious. And I'll soothe you with an aroma. Flower fragrance, pah! This is making my mind feel at ease. For some reason, I feel like wanting to step on man's crotch. I mixed aphrodisiac ingredients with it. She also interacts with plant twins. Priestess, your body and mind are in poor condition. We are very concerned. Please leave me alone. Hey, are you okay? If you're mentally exhausted, let's all go out and play. No! She also interacts with all plants. Priestess, are you okay? Would you cheer up if you ate some meat? Please leave me alone. It's a fight. Let's take a walk outside and do some recreation. You'll chase me down. Let's have a party. A party to cheer up Priestess. Serotonin! I want serotonin! She also interacts with Deanna. Ooh, Priestess, you seem to have been through a lot of trouble. Actually, this was the first time I realized the anxiety from my heartburn could reach up to my jaw and cause joint pains. It must have been difficult to not be understood with her influence. Are you feeling pity? Do you feel sorry for me? I'm really getting fed up with that stuff. As for presents, she likes fruits, vegetables, and sweets. She dislikes meat, bread, and rice. Interesting reactions include shiitake mushroom. Mushroom! Delicious mushroom! Chili pepper. I'll have the Queen Alrane eat this. Tofu. Tofu is all the rage these days. Dried bonito. I like to grind them down. I'm not saying who. Seaweed. I want to be rocking in the sea. I want to be foam. Onko. I want to eat nothing but sweets and forget all about it. Flour. I'll pass on the powder. Powder pass. Egg. I like to return to being an egg and start over. But I'm a plant. Milk. I've decided to drink only fresh water. Rice. I'll pass on the rice. Kids meal. After eating this, I'll be a kid again. Kitty rice. I want to be a cat. Be so nice. Salad. I want to turn them all into salad. No, I'm not talking about anyone. Yen stew. This is abominable. Oda, watch yourselves, my brethren. Taiyaki. There's Onko inside. I can't get enough. Rabbit rice cake. I want to be a rabbit. Munch munch. Wedding cake. Marriage. Parfait. I only want to eat parfait for my life. Coffee. I only drink fresh water. Beer. Alcohol makes me a mess. Honey. It's meltingly sweet. Shall I become a bee too? Any of the grilled items? How barbaric. Cicada shell. A summer memory. Fish bones. Isn't this just garbage? Poison mushroom. This is a poisonous mushroom. Did you think I wouldn't know that? Skull. Bury them in the proper place. Weeds. We are all weeds. Acorn. Yay! Acorn! Pinecone. I am well acquainted with the forest, but I'm not sure this quite qualifies as a gift. Beetle. I'll let it escape into the woods. And last but not least, the Chipapa. The wind has been unstable recently. I wonder if that is the cause for this mass outbreak.